What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back in with a new video, and today, it is time that we discuss Glenn Youngkin. Yep, this video is solely dedicated to Governor Glenn Youngkin of the great state of Virginia, and why I believe he is potentially the future of the Republican Party. Now, let me be 100% clear. When I say that, he is possibly one of the potential people that you could see being the future of the GOP. You include somebody like Hawley and Vance, which I will make videos on. But as of now, I think we need to discuss my man, Glenn Youngkin, who I've always been a fan of, even before it was cool. Remember, I said, like 5 months before the governor election in 2021, Youngkin had a chance. Way before everybody else did. So I'm not one of those bandwagoners that suddenly said, I was with Youngkin the entire time. I was actually with him. I actually supported him way before the 2021 election. And I've always knew this guy had something. There was something about him that set him apart from other Republicans. And it seems like yesterday, well, that kind of vindicated it. So many primary victories were won by Glenn Youngkin candidates that, mind you, these are strong recruits. These aren't, the terrible, Trump candidates that will reject everything and all that other stuff. These are good recruits. I've looked over basically all of them, and they're all pretty solid, and they represent their districts well. Now, before I continue today's video, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the Twitter accounts in the description down below, guys. Go follow Real American Politics on Twitter. It is a great Twitter account everyone should follow. Of course, follow the Rumble page down below for exclusive content. And of course, join the channel today. Guys, just for $3 a month, you could join Real American, which is a phenomenal deal, as help support the daily content we all know and love. You love the daily content? Well, this is the best way to support it. So I hope and recommend you join the channel today. Also, today at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we will be going live reacting to another Chris Christie town hall. Yeah, I hope everyone tunes in. Of course, top right corner, you'll see a link to the stream. Click it and you will be sent to the streaming page. Click the like button, share with your friends, and of course the notification button, so the second the stream starts, you get notified. So I hope and recommend you join the channel today, or I should say, recommend you tune in that stream today. Alright everybody, enough promotion stuff, let's get in. Also, if you may notice, I did change browsers, so if the footage looks kind of different, that's why. It's nothing major. Just I'm trying some different stuff out. Doesn't matter, either way. We have to talk about Glenn Youngkin, who, in my opinion, like I said, of the major Republicans in the future, Josh Hawley, J.D. Vance, Lee Zeldin, I think Youngkin could potentially be one of the next figureheads of the GOP. Again, there are other ones, such as, like I said, Zeldin and them. But Youngkin yesterday proved he has a lot of influence in the Virginia GOP, and you look at these endorsements, he won everywhere. He got rid of crap candidates across the board. I mean, I looked at basically every single one of these big endorsements, and all of them are solid. They represent their district perfectly. And this is the thing about Youngkin people fail to understand. He is, outside of maybe Lee Zeldin, probably the smartest politically of any Republican in the GOP currently. Just look at my friend Yankee Perspective, a good friend of the channel. I recommend everybody watches his videos. He puts it perfectly. To put it simply, I'm quite a fan of Glenn Youngkin. He has the best strategic mind of any Republican politician today. And that's true. Because he's not one of those people that's vehemently anti-Trump. He's not vehemently pro-Trump. Like, I think he kind of supports Trump. He always has. He's not like anti-Trump or anything. He's his own person. But he understands Each district is completely different. A suburban voter from Virginia Beach is going to be the same as somebody from Northern Virginia. Northern Virginia, more college educated, more Asian, etc. While Virginia Beach, not so much. And Youngkin understands that, but he also endorses not just, quote unquote, moderate Republicans. He just endorses conservative candidates that make sense for the district. And it's working. All of his candidates won. We even got rid of Amanda Chase, who, let's be real here, not the smartest person in the Virginia GOP. I mean, she's okay, she's a MAGA Republican. But when you look into it, she's not a good MAGA Republican. She's just insane. That's the best way to put it. Again, when I say that, I'm not insulting her. I'm just saying, like, it's just kind of true with some of her statements in the past. Either way, Glenn Youngkin understands how to play the game. And we should have saw this back in 2021 when he did this. Which people just forget. This was an upset. A month before the election, you would have been called crazy for saying Youngkin was going to win. And I remember, I was one of the first people to say Youngkin had a serious shot of winning. Because I saw something was brewing. But, of course, what happened was Loudoun County. That scandal came out about how a transgender lunatic sexually assaulted a 13-year-old girl in a girl's bathroom. That's what started the collapse. And then McAuliffe said, no, parents should not have a right to see their kids' education. And that's what Youngkin did. He didn't go on some boomer-con rant about, the radical socialists. He's like, no. He's just flat out said, these Democrats, they're putting lunatics that pretend they're women in the women's bathrooms, and they're letting this happen. And they covered it up. And he focused on what mattered. He united the entire GOP. Yes, education was huge. But do people forget he ran on grocery prices? People forget that. That was one of his bigger things. Like, hey, every freaking day, grocery prices keep going up and up and up. He didn't just say inflation or just gas prices. Yes, it's part of it. But when you talk about grocery prices, like, these 12 eggs cost 100% more than they did last week. I'm pretty sure grocery prices are going up. And he hammered that. But also, he played something perfectly. The Trump card. He got the endorsement of Trump. And he played it very smart. It's not like the Northeastern Republican that just avoids him like the plague, which is stupid. Or the Joe O'Dea type. That's vehemently anti-Trump. He just says, I'm glad I got the support of Donald Trump. He didn't make a big deal about it. He just said, I'm honored to have the support of the former president. But McAuliffe tried to make it a deal, but Youngkin really didn't. He just talked about it every now and again, but that's it. And that's when you get this. You have a united Republican Party when you don't just bash the former president, and on top of that, you expand on his policies. Focus on what matters. Education, grocery prices. He understands this. I mean, let's be real here. If McAuliffe Youngkin did way worse in this region of Virginia, which is trending heavy Republican, but because of Donald Trump. Again, there's not a lot of votes, but if you include the rest of Appalachia and a lot of these more exurban central parts of the state, well, there's a chance McAuliffe could have won. Because, yes, Loudoun County, Fairfax, Prince William, they have a lot of votes, but it's like people fail to understand, even in Virginia, you still got to do good with turnout and percentage-wise, and I should say raw votes, really, in these rural areas. And Youngkin understood that. He focused on every part of Virginia. He was the first one to revolutionize this. Zeldin expanded upon it. He hammered New York City even further. But Glenn Youngkin was the first one to go to, the Democrat parts of Virginia Beach. He went into the heartland of Loudoun County. But he also visited these rural areas. He understands. If you talk to these voters, they're going to vote for you. Many Republicans just make it sound like, avoid urban areas, suburbs. Yes, suburbs are important, but you still gotta campaign everywhere. And Youngkin proved that. So, Youngkin, in my opinion, is playing his cards basically perfect right now. There's nothing negative I can say about him. I think it would be a mistake to run for president, but at least he's playing it smart. It would make sense because right after the Virginia elections, if he sweeps the state legislature single-handedly, he has some valid points because Virginia has been trending to the left. But he's been playing it smart. It's not like some of the other, the lieutenant governor who's openly bashing Trump. Youngkin really doesn't talk about it. But when you hear his statements, he's not anti-Trump. He's not pro-Trump really either. He's just Glenn Youngkin. And that's the key. He takes a lot of popular positions, and he doesn't, bash Trump or just try to copy him. He tries to be his own person. And that's what I like about Youngkin the most. And I hope in the future, if Youngkin continues to play his cards right, I hope he does eventually run for president. Or at the very least, a Virginia Senate seat. He is turning around the Virginia GOP. He knows how to play the game. He unites the party. And in my opinion, he started the revolutionary trend of, hey, let's campaign in Democrat areas because these voters are being completely ignored. Yes, they're not going to all vote for you, but a couple would be like, you know what? You're the first Republican ever go over here in this neighborhood. I'm going to vote for you just for the respect that you are listening. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the Twitter accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Thank you so much. Godspeed to all of you.